Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rose, and in today's video we are going to talk about religion being a deal breaker. Actually, our video is inspired by a comment that I found on one of my videos, which I'm gonna put the screenshot here. So when it comes to deal breakers, we have talked about a lot of deal breakers. We've talked about pets, we have talked about food also, because we have talked about the fact that you could meet somebody who is vegan and you're not vegan, and then you pretend that you could be vegan, but then that's not gonna work. Okay, so and we have talked about pretending that you like farming and you don't, and then that is again is not gonna work. And actually in one of my videos I shared two dating apps. One was for one was actually a website. It's called the farmersonly.com. That is a dating website for farmers. And then there is another one I shared, which was now a dating app, which was called Vigly. That is for vegans. So I was like, unless you're a vegan, I don't think you should be on that dating app, because obviously you are going to meet people who are vegans. So, and also if you don't like farming, you don't like horses, you don't like cows and chickens and pigs and and going to the fields to harvest the wheat and corn and all that stuff, then I don't think you should be joining farmersonly.com. So anyway, now this comment was about a lady who has met somebody who is a Jehovah's Witness. Obviously this I don't think this can work. I would like to hear from you in the comment section. I would like to hear your opinion. But I feel like even when it comes to being a Christian, there are so many denominations within the Christianity faith where sometimes you could be a Christian and I am a Christian, but we don't mix. It cannot work out. For example, there's actually a dating app that is for Catholics, and there's another dating app which is for Seventh-day Adventist people. So I'm thinking those two are actually Christians, okay? The Seventh-day Adventist is a Christian and the Catholic is also a Christian, right? But the two denominations they cannot work. So even as you say, okay, I'm joining a Christian dating app and I'm looking for a Christian guy, I feel like you need to be very specific, because if you're Presbyterian and then the other one is charismatic or the other one is something else, I don't think it's gonna work. So yes, I feel like religion can be a deal breaker, and it can even be a deal breaker when you're both Christians. That's the point I actually wanted to make. When two of you are actually Christians, it still can be a deal breaker. I have already given you examples. So it's not just about getting on a dating site and finding a God-fearing guy, a Christian. Actually, when it comes to this statement about God-fearing, that actually a lot of people see it as a red flag. If you go on a dating site and you say, I'm a God-fearing woman, a lot of people see that as a red flag, because that's what scammers say. They all say they are God-fearing people. So perhaps you can say you're a Christian and maybe elaborate a little bit, but I feel like using words like God-fearing, that is a red flag on a dating site. I'm sorry to say, but I have seen it. I have seen a lot of videos, a lot of guys making fun of people they meet on dating sites, and then they say they are God-fearing. I saw one video actually where there is this guy who was like, he was just showing different screenshots of people who have scammers who have contacted him, and the first thing they say is, I'm a God-fearing, they pretend, somebody will pretend they are a woman, and then they'll be like, yeah, I'm a God-fearing woman, and I would like to get to know you. Have you eaten? Yeah, that's another thing. Have you eaten? This whole thing, and saying that you have eaten. Actually, the guy was giving sort of like keywords that the scammers use. He said that they say they are God-fearing, and then they keep asking you if you have eaten, and then they keep saying that they had chicken and rice. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here and say it doesn't really help that somebody is a Christian there could still be problems. If you're a Christian and the other person is a Christian, you could still have problems. Another issue is somebody could say that they are Christian, but they are not into faith the way you are. You know, somebody could just, you know, they identify as Christian. When they were babies, they were baptized, therefore they identify as Christians. But they are not Christians like that. Okay. Another issue is somebody who says, I'm spiritual. Okay, I'm spiritual, I'm a believer, I'm spiritual. Spiritual could be anything. You shouldn't, you know, the thing is, as a Christian, when you go on a dating site and then you see somebody say, oh, I'm a believer and I'm very spiritual. I'm not religious, but I'm very spiritual. And then you're like, yes, this is the kind of person who is praying all night and fasting and praying and reading the Bible and doing all this. It's just that maybe because of what is happening with religion, he's not religious, but he has found God. No. Somebody saying they're spiritual doesn't mean that they even identify as, that they even believe in the same God that you believe in. So be very careful, be keen, ask questions. If somebody says they're spiritual, what kind of spirituality are they practicing? What's going on? If they say they're a Christian, what kind of Christian are they? How deep in faith are they? And then you can see if that is something that you would like to go into. But also, as I have mentioned in my previous videos, there are people who claim to be Christians, but they just hide there because, you know, it's very easy to hide behind the Bible and sending Bible verses every day and doing all kinds of things. And then when you get to the meat of things, you find somebody is so weird. That's why they're hiding in there. So you don't get to actually know who they are, because every time you start speaking, it's all about the Bible and God and all that, and they never tell you anything about themselves, okay? They say very little about themselves. It's all about God, oh my God, and what God has done for me. No. You saw the video. There's a short video I posted this morning. I was highlighting that comment actually because I knew I was going to record this video. And this is somebody who had been talking to a born-again, I don't know, and the guy, and she's a born-again woman, and they should, you know, plan their wedding because they had been dating online for 3 months. And then you can go back and see what happened, you know. So being a Christian, preaching all the time, sending you Bible verses and doing all that, that means nothing. It means absolutely nothing, okay? So, and another issue is some people just hide there so you feel uncomfortable raising some issues, okay? Because you're like, oh my God, how do I raise this issue? Because this guy is so deep in faith, you know, he's a brother in Christ. And no, there is no such thing. You know, the thing is, if you're gonna spend, like you intend to spend your life with this person, then maybe that's why you are there, you want to have a long-term relationship with somebody, then you should not leave any stone unturned. Ask as many questions, as uncomfortable questions as you can. In fact, if it's difficult for you to do a video call, you know, like the way I am here to interact like this, then compose a long email. Ask all the questions, and then the next time you go on a video call, now address all the questions that you asked, okay? If he's gonna answer you in the email and then some things are not clear, then you get on a video call and clarify. My name is Rose. On this channel, we talk about online dating, we talk about interracial dating, intercultural dating, age gap dating, relocating. Those are the kinds of topics we cover here. So if you're interested in these kinds of topics, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you found this video useful, give it a like, share it with somebody who might find it useful. And thank you so much for your support, and I shall see you on my next one. Bye bye for now.